Gotcha.
It's a scare house.
I like it when they're not prepared.
Ask the Boss episode 42.
Somebody caught that on camera.
This is a different episode, Doug.
Yes,
I'm
it is.
a little nervous. So you got Meat, Doug, Birds over there. Birds without a mic today.
Cue the music.
So just gang it up. And then we got special guests. Right here to my right, we have Brock Covington. To his right, we got Austin Page.
What's up?
So let's just get right into it. And you guys want to hit us with the intros? Because people don't know who the heck you are. So
I barely know myself.
lead it away.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you, who are you? Why are you here?
All right.
Daddy, what does he do?
Like he said, Brock Covington. So I'm born and raised in Richmond, Virginia.
Wait up. Cut the
Yep.
show. Doug, we got to pause for our sponsors. I need to drink this American Energy.
Oh.
All right. So this is what we do every episode.
Gotta
first
pay
thing.
the bills.
Close to the mic. Close to the mic.
Close to the mic.
Oh, that was good. And then a little slurp.
With a little bit of in there.
Dang.
That's good now. So
All right, Brock, you can get back to what you were talking about.
Push.
All right. So Richmond, Virginia, and the big thing, the only reason I'm kind of here for the most part is that we're opening up a gym. So this has kind of been a long time coming, the past 3 years. Myself and Maddie's over there in the corner. Can't fit everyone in the frame, but my girlfriend and I. Been planning this gym for a long time, and with quarantine and with the video editing work that I do, finances, and then just a lot of time to kind of plan, reflect on everything, we were able to make this happen. So the past, 6 months or so, since quarantine kind of started up in like February, we've been going out, getting equipment, making deals, a lot of calls, a lot of touring properties, ups and downs, figuring that out. And now all of a sudden, the past month or about a month ago, we finally signed a lease, finalized things, getting the last piece of equipment we need, and getting all that shipped. Hopefully, second week of September and everything. We plan on opening the late October, and so that connects me to over why Austin's here as well. We've grown our relationship with him as well, and so he'll be subleasing an office within our gym, which allows us to do a whole lot more with the party in the gyms every month, and really just creating a really cool vibe and community for Richmond and the whole gym culture around that area.
I think we should sell some core nutritionals in there.
I think I've been trying.
Yeah,
I've been
Gym
setting
Flow,
up
core
emails.
nutritional stacks,
American Energy.
American
Every
Energy
day,
for sure. Yeah, that'd be good.
Need it.
So who are you?
Well, my name is Austin Page. I'm one of the owners of Gym Flow, and we're based out of Richmond. And we've been a company for about 5 years now. Technically 3, I guess, actually legitimately making our products out of a GMP certified facility. But
Before that, you were making them in a
handmade.
bathtub.
Handmade. I love it. Hey, hold on. We were those guys that they talk about.
I guess everyone starts somewhere. Keeping it real.
So
But,
you're the guy that we were like when we shit on other companies.
Yes, well, back then, yes, this is like 2012. Yeah, we were like, oh, we'll just make our own stuff, and that's how we just sort of saved up money and, did our thing. And you already blew it up?
Oh, you broke it up.
Get this guy out of here.
What the?
Man, what is
Oh,
going on?
Bird, get
Hold
in
on,
here.
let me get a little
malfunction.
height here. Hold on, I'll tighten this up for you. No problem. Just let it dangle.
Let it dangle?
Just let it like
Limp? Just let it limp? Can you tighten this jaw?
This thing's sad.
Bert.
Tighten this jaw.
Yeah.
But like it's
tightening that.
It's definitely out of the thing.
Aren't you like in the media world, bro? Come on.
Yeah, I got you right here. Look, I've got you.
Oh, there you go. Tighten it up.
Daddy Page is gonna save the day right here.
All right, here you go.
There's probably a lot of muffling going on. Is there a lot of muffling going on in your ears?
Muffling?
Yeah, we're touching the mic.
I don't even know what's going on here. All right.
You lost the questions.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
We'll hold it if we need to.
All right, we're good. Whatever. Just let
We're
it
back.
dangle.
Well, anyways,
Let it dingle.
we're based out of Richmond, and we are going to be partnering with Brock, and that's why I'm up here today, is to help him pick up this stuff, but also be a part of the party here at Core Nutritional.
Yeah. So this is something that we're going to start doing. We're on episode 42 now, and we've only had one other guest, which was Paul Revelia, one of our Core Elite athletes. But one of the things we want to do is start spotlighting some local businesses to us, and then also some other national brands and competitors that we work with that we have good relationships with. So we're going to start bringing those people on as well. And since you guys were in the house actually picking up some gym equipment from the Coliseum here to put in your gym, we figured, why the heck not? So now here's the stupid part of the podcast. Meat, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Guess what? 42nd president. Anybody got any good guesses?
Oh, so last week we were at Clinton.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Bill.
Liberty Balls.
Yeah, we should have Liberty Balls. We should have prepared. I should have prepared better. But
Where's the jaunt with the ABC?
Jaunt with the
Jaunt.
what?
They have ABC flavor for the T-shirt.
Pina colada.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I just don't know what it does.
Don't know what it do.
Well, I guess we'll pause the show and I'll run out and get a
Okay,
Liberty Balls and a
hold
pina
on.
colada and a
Finish your shtick. So 40
So
seconds.
42nd was Bill Clinton.
Please tell me you're going to say the right person, the athlete here. Number 42. You don't have to look it up.
I have to, because
Jackie
I don't know. Huh?
Jackie Robinson?
I got Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see if we got more here. So this is the Bleacher Report is the one I use.
This is the part of the podcast that everyone tunes out when we lose the
No. Look at dude. They're lit in there. They're all excited.
Crashed.
Most of the time I'm not prepared either. So
Yeah, we're on the.
Why is Austin not airing
okay. So
this
Jackie
live as well?
Robinson wore number 42. Jackie Robinson, James Worthy, Ronnie Loft. Damn, Bleacher Report didn't have Mariano Rivera. It's whack. And then every episode, I rep a retailer or a partner. That's the thing, because I'm running out of retailer shirts, so I don't really have.
You need to get more
So-
accounts, meat.
So Jim Flo was happy enough to hook me up with this Big Bird yellow Jim Flo shirt.
What's up?
Bird, you gotta check the back of this.
Yeah,
Can we
check
get
it.
me in the frame here? Just go this way.
A shirt your mother would love.
Shit, we're split on. That's great. Is that a new one?
It's a leg day shirt. And then shout out to Justin Draper, owner of Jada Blitz Fitness, sent me this sick JD lifestyle hat. This trucker hat. I'm looking nice and like redneck today.
Very
I got
clean.
yellow shirt on with a camo trucker hat. How am I looking?
Trucker hat. You're looking great, meat.
Redneck or F boy?
It's a combo.
Yeah,
between.
look like a mutt.
Big Bird.
It's a combo.
Mustard? Ketchup. What?
What?
I don't know.
All right. So I was completely irresponsible and did not post my question tag or whatever it's called this week. So
Doug got less questions.
I have
than me.
about like 3
So
questions.
I have more followers.
So
than Doug.
Meat is going to run the show, but I'm going to look to the 3 people we have on live. No, there's more than that, but these guys up here, if you guys have any questions.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. So
Drop them.
at the end of the day, it's our show, right? So let's go through some of the updates we got going on with Core Nutritionals, our brands. You're wearing the shirt that I created myself. While you're talking about that, maybe I'll go get the pina colada.
All right. So what do we got doing this week?
Big
Get distracted. Yeah. Well, we won't even talk about that. That's a great deal, though. So Big Papa, Big Mama Stack is on sale this week. You buy either one, you get your choice of Liberty Balls, which is the test booster from America Labs, or Uncle Bam, which is the fat burner from America Labs. Next week is the deal that I'm super excited about. Can you see that shirt? Core Nutritionals, Crush Itville. The T-shirt idea was Meat's. I'll have to give it to him. He will probably never let it die. This is probably his best idea ever.
Proud moment.
What are you doing, Bert? Oh, yeah, you like that? So the deal is, Meat, I don't even know what the deal is. Get back in here. We're all discombobulated. So it coincides with the launch of Pina Colada, which you would think Pina Colada in a supplement would not taste good. This is the best Pina Colada. Have you guys tried? No, you haven't tried this because
We gotta get it. We gotta
We gotta-
get
I
him
I
to
was
go
waiting
to go shaker.
waiting for my water to get
Where's my
filled up.
sample? Yeah.
we do. You guys need to try this. It's a top 3 for me with ABC on flavor, and we have like 15 flavors, so
It's a tough choice.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
It's up there
It's
with
really,
sweet
really good.
tea, lemon drop. What else is up there now? Blueberry acai.
It's all subjective.
I will say the sweet tea, that's like one that I've tried of ABC. I think I got a few samples. I actually think I bought a tub like a few years back or right after y'all released it. And I'm like, dang, that was like out of sweet tea products, that was a pretty good one.
That's one of my
Pretty
favorites
good.
because it's one of the ones I can drink all day.
It's not super like,
There's a lot of crappy sweet
yeah,
tea
no,
out there.
I
Yeah.
agree.
There really is. But this pina colada is straight up pina colada. It doesn't taste artificially. It doesn't have the metallic aftertaste. It's freaking amazing. Put some
So-
ice in there.
Do you need help with the deal? I think I remember it.
All right, give him the deal.
So I think it's 2 ABC for $99. But you
One-
have
one-
one
107.
has to be
No, 107.
107. My bad.
Map price. So 10% off
So
ABC.
Discount.
So, but one of them has to be pina colada,
and then you get the
and then you get the T-shirt. The T-shirt will also be on sale for $14.99 or $19.99.
Mate, you trying to give
Hey
everything
man,
away. What
hey,
the
I'm the
hell?
salesman,
Hey,
bro. Let's
said it.
go.
He's cutting some
Sling,
deals.
sling.
This is crap.
You know.
All right, Meat, this is your show today.
Okay, so I
come on with
figured
it.
updates. That's it. We got pina coladas.
Dude, we have so many. So one of the questions was about A-Bomb.
All right,
So so the last year we've spent, you guys have seen us kind of rebrand and really focus on core, and it's been awesome, but at the expense of America Labs, because we only have so many people here to really focus on that stuff. So starting October 12th is the start of like the rebirth. We're going to make America great again. And we are launching with A-Bomb, which is our high stim version of Red, White, and Boom, our flagship pre-workout. We're doing completely different labels. Every edition thereafter is going to be like a unique label, unique look. Just very limited type of stuff, limited drops, just constantly month after month type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so that starts October 12th, because there was a question in there about the A-Bomb formula for America Labs.
Yeah.
Somebody in here just said that we should do a Gym Flow America Labs collab.
Okay.
You guys are very America.
Very America.
Yeah. and hardcore, right? Like you guys go like.
And lately with us, since we are a little bit smaller, we've definitely been trying to do a lot more exclusive and very, I guess, detailed and limited runs of like labels and looks and flavors, and that's our goal moving forward as well. It's very like, I don't know, you can really put your passion and thoughts into creating like all the little details, the fine details about everything, and instead of just having a one look all standard for a brand, every single label looks a little bit different and unique.
Well, like your most successful product is all or nothing, right?
Yes.
Your high stim pre-workout, right? And like people with pre-workouts, man, like once your pre-workout's about a year old, it's old news.
Oh, it is.
So coming out with, I mean, people want new pre-workouts every time they're in the store. So that's a category that America Labs has been known for, Red, White, and Boom. So I think doing a new pre-workout pretty much every 3 months, every quarter would be cool, keep it interesting.
And I was going to ask, what is high stim? Because I know Red, White, and Boom, I used to take it back in the day, and that was like 400 milligrams of caffeine if you did the whole scoop. So how high can you go?
A-Bomb is 400 mgs.
Okay. So
It changes by the month in the industry.
So H-Bomb was 450 with a bunch of DMHA and some other things. We don't have DMHA. We went to 400, but there's a ton of other stims in there as well. Dropping it in Alpine Pew Pew flavor, which is our Mountain Dew, and then Wild Blue Yonder, which is like just a fruity.
I will say, y'all come up
mess.
with some crazy, like unique, like just off
We
the
out
wall flavor names, man.
We out here.
Everything, like especially the protein flavors. I'm like, once I say it, I'm like, that's there it is.
we need a petition to bring DHMA back, or DMA.
Yeah. Well,
DMHA,
yeah.
Take it up with the FDA, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
They don't want us to have the good stuff.
Good luck with that. Let me know how that goes for you. All right. So before we get into it, real quick, Gym Flow, give us the 15-second elevator pitch, 30-second elevator pitch. So Gym Flow, just so you guys all know, is like we said, is a local brand out of Richmond. You guys do manufacture with one of our largest manufacturers now as well. Really high quality products. It's a brand that does really well in our 9 nutrition corners in Virginia. So we've been a partner with them for a while. I guess I just gave the elevator pitch for you, Austin, so you can just sit there and just chill.
One of the things, it is products that we actually take. Just like y'all, we live the lifestyle as well for our brand and Gym Flow, partying in the gym, having a good time, but also making sure that our products are getting.
Did you say partying?
Yeah, did you say partying?
Yeah, party in the gym.
Party in the gym?
Party in the gym. That's what we're about.
That's a new one. I like it.
I guess so. Yeah.
We do parties.
Did you trademark that? You better
I
hurry up.
But I will, because that's what we've been doing every month right before quarantine hit. But anyways, that's besides the point. We can talk about that. But just making sure our products are stuff that we would expect to get results from, and no bullshit, no false claims. Like
That is your tagline. Is that trademarked?
It will be. So trademarks is
Get to work, Austin.
Yeah, let me get on the phone real quick.
It's a TM. It's not a registered trademark. Yeah. All right. Well, so then Brock, real quick, since you're the gym guy, give me the 15-second elevator pitch for this gym. Like, why in the world would I go to your gym?
So the whole thing when I wanted to create a gym was, we all like to travel to certain gyms because of the equipment. But at the same time, what really makes a gym special is the vibe, the culture, the people there. Because a gym could be kick-ass, your commercial gym could be cool and have the great equipment. But what really makes it fun, which really makes the shop great that I know y'all been to, and these different gyms like Powerhouses, the people, the vibe, and everything like that. So, along with Gym Flow, along with, not having TVs, corporate stuff, commercial type things, we wanted to bring a culture and a vibe that's very based in hard work, discipline, and community, and just kicking ass and not sitting on the bench press with your phone and BSing around the gym. So, bringing some old school pieces, still bringing some, more modern school stuff in the gym as well, turf area, and honestly just a place built around bodybuilding and strength training overall, and not trying to cater to everyone and everything.
So let me jump back. So I know you're a trainer as well. So what is your gig outside before you started this gym?
Yeah.
So
I'm 20 years old. So
how old are you?
20 years old.
Baby.
I know.
He can't even party in the gym.
I feel like I know. Can't even party. Gotta bring in the fake. But see, I wanted to preface that because, again, you'd probably be like, well, what's, your history? It's not super extensive.
He's got a little more peach fuzz than Bird. Bird, let me see. Yeah, you're 30.
But,
he still only shaves once every 6 months.
So I started personal training as soon as, I was studying for my cert as soon as I could take the test at 18 in high school. So I passed that. Starting to try and build my own brand on Instagram, and then also went to VCU locally, of course, in Richmond. And as soon as I was doing that, of course, working at the recreational center there as a personal trainer, again, continuing to try to make, good marketing and informational content on Instagram as far as fitness related, got involved with Gym Flow. And I also do a lot of real estate work remotely for agents across the country as far as video editing and stuff like that. So working that while I'm in school, working personal training, and it just got to the point where I was making enough money. The degree really doesn't get me anywhere except possibly going to graduate school. So I was like, screw this. I'm making enough, push towards my goals, put all my effort and energy towards that. Because instead of spending more hours and hours studying, I was like, well, I was in class just editing. So I was like, let me just spend more time editing, more time making money and going to my goals instead of just wasting time in class.
So you do the editing.
I figured Bird would be all up in this guy.
Gym Flow?
So we actually have
little bird, chirp,
bird
chirp.
Chirp.
ish. We have a guy called Griffin. You've met him at one of the Nut Bashers.
Yeah, my son.
Yeah, your son. Yeah, we hired him. It's great work.
He's a mofo.
We're gonna send him back. But but yeah, so we have a friend who's based out of Richmond who does a lot of videography work, and he's helped us. He actually did one of our first videos way back in the day, and I really liked what he did, and I knew deep down he was a good person. So that's who has been helping us out a lot with all of our, if we do anything high quality picture wise or marketing wise, it's usually through him. But Brock does a lot of good stuff too.
Yeah, but Brock's okay too.
I
like how he's like,
I'm the second choice.
whenever we do high quality stuff, it's Griffin. Brock's good.
We're in a low budget.
So, that goes to something we were talking about last week. I think we were on a rant, or maybe I was just talking about it in my head with somebody. The going to college, is it really worth it these days?
So you're in school now?
No, I dropped out.
Oh, you dropped out.
And the
I missed that part. I'm trying to prepare for the future of this podcast and where it's going. I'm trying to keep us in, all right. Yeah. So I might zone out and go into Meatland every once in a while, but it's all right.
I'm expecting something great. You must have some good questions.
I don't have anything, bro. I'm just trying to make sure we don't look like idiots.
There's like a hamster.
I'm trying to make sure we get at least 100 views on our podcast. That's it. Did I tell you guys about the guy in the Chick-fil-A parking lot? He was like, hey, man, you the representative at the Dulles Nutrition Corner? I'm like, used to be, and now I'm with the brands. He's like, dude, I love your podcast, man. Keep up the great work. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
People like us. People loved it on the last one where we were joking about like 3 people that watch our podcast, and they thought it was pretty funny. So,
we travel to events, like everybody's like, yeah, they keep up. They already know what's going on in our lives before.
Believe it or not, there are actually quite a few people that watch or listen to this in one form or another.
Yeah,
so.
Doug's been ranting about politics, so he's got people in his DMs sending him pandemics and
I thumbs down it once. I saw that.
There was that one where I was at it was right after all the craziness with the riots and stuff happened. We got like 10 thumbs down, which is a lot. I don't know what I said that time, but
you brought up politics, bro. It doesn't matter.
I did. So should we have a little rant session here?
I don't know. We don't need to. Do it. The DNC was last week. The RNC is this week. Maybe next week we can talk about.
It's night and day different, though.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
It's night and day different in the fact that the RNC has like
real people,
20 American flags in the back of it.
Yeah, that too.
That's the biggest difference that I see.
Yeah. But
anyways,
I don't know if we want to go down into that.
No, we got guests on the show.
So we could, Bird could talk to you about like, what is it, androchrome or something? What is
adrenochrome?
That? Adrenochrome. You know what that is?
What is that?
It's a rabbit hole, bro. You don't want to go down.
It's adrenochrome. Tell him, Bird.
Is it?
It's like
they making Terminators out there?
No, Hollywood stuff. They kill like babies.
You ever seen Monsters Inc.?
I've heard
Have you seen
about
Monsters
this
Inc.?
shit,
Yeah.
Scream Factor?
Yeah, Scream.
All right, so take that real life, but then they sacrifice the kid and they drink the blood.
So they scare him. So like the adrenaline's in the blood, and then they drink the blood.
Yeah.
That's a rabbit hole conspiracy. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Anyways.
It just got dark.
What?
You never heard
It
that?
didn't sound so bad. The name doesn't. I'm like, oh man.
Adrenochrome sounds like
Sounds
like
cool.
an ingredient.
sweet supplement.
Yeah, it does. Sounds like a good new pre-workout.
Trademark that. It's like it's some like tribulus extract, adrenochrome.
Damn.
Oh man, I don't want to go down that hole.
All right, where are we?
I don't know. This is your podcast to run. Shit, I don't have any questions.
So we got everything knocked out with
Pretty much.
intros. And
Who's who?
Yeah, what we're going
So bottom line is he used to make stuff in a bathtub. Now he makes it a good manufacturer. He dropped out of school. He does okay video editing. And now they're opening a gym. So like,
life is good. I love it. That's American dream.
Right?
It sounds about right.
Sounds like the American dream to me.
All right, so guys, here's a question for all the people out there that want to own a gym. Do you have a business plan? Or are you completely winging it?
No. Created a plan for 3. Well, yeah. Yes to the plan. No to not having a plan. So we had the plan for about.
Thanks for clarifying. I was confused.
Yeah. Had to clarify. So yeah, for the past 2 years, we've had everything kind of structured out, budgeted out roughly. But I will say there's so many twists and turns, especially with, COVID made things easier to kind of prepare and plan. But at the same time, there's so many twists and turns as far as like if you don't have any financial history as far as being a business, trying to get a lease signed when, you're 20 years old, you have the funds to cover the gym, which is one thing. We didn't have to go outside with investors or debt or anything like that or loans. But even if you have the money, sometimes I figured, and this is, I guess, being a little bit naive, I figured like, okay, if I have the money and, you need someone to fill the spot, especially with COVID, with people moving out of their different spaces, I figured you want a tenant. And so I'm like, okay, the first couple places we toured, we're like, okay, let's go for this. And we either get turned down for whatever reason. And, we're kind of like shocked at first. So the things that you thought would be the hardest as far as like planning, budgeting, saving the finances, those turned out to be kind of easy. You just need patience and putting in the work. But it was like actually getting, getting someone to approve the lease, getting someone to kind of give you a chance was kind of like the harder part. And then other little twists and turns as far as like I was telling Meat over here about the cast iron plates were so hard to try and get a budget on in time frame because like I said, we want to open in October, but it was so damn hard. So we ended up actually, I saw that you guys got American Barbell Plates and I had never heard of really that brand in general, reached out to them. And I was also on the phone with a couple representatives at Troy trying to get a feel for how many plates we needed, when they could get them to us, what's the quote and everything like that. So we ended up ordering American Barbell Plates because they could get them to us in time.
But are you working with my girl Karen over there?
No, I don't know no Karen. I wish.
Yeah.
But
I don't know no Karen.
No, I don't know
Everybody knows Karen now.
Everyone knows Karen.
We all know a Karen, yeah. Yeah. So that honestly, it's
She's
been like
Karen with a Y, just to
Yeah.
clarify though. So
wow.
she's got a little spunk in her.
a little tag.
She's always sending smiley faces
She
at
does.
Doug.
She-
I put this in front of the line for you, Doug.
Yeah, she does. She likes her some Doug.
Send me them biceps real quick.
Yeah. But it's like the stuff that you thought would be the easier thing. Like, okay, I have the money, place the order. That's been harder than like the other things as far as like paperwork. Maddie and I have been working on getting like the licenses and, business license in our certain county, making sure all the permits and all the stuff's been more of a headache than anything. But,
All right, so I'm going to ask a couple personal questions. We can you can not answer, and Bird can just chop this out. But I find the business side of this interesting, and I always like to share this, and I like to listen to podcasts where people actually talk about details. So, and I know there's a lot of people out there that want to own a gym or run a gym. So, how big is the gym that you're going for? Like, how many square feet do you have for the gym?
Well, and I'll kind of kick this off, and this might gear on other questions, and I'll answer that initially, is the gym is 6,000 square feet. And the big thing with the gym in general is, and I mean, I'm sure you've probably understood this, is like gyms really don't make that much money. Unless you go commercial, unless you go kind of Globo or really kind of franchise it, gyms themselves really don't make a lot of money. It's what you can do kind of out of the gym. That's really where the profit margins and everything come into play. At least from a large standpoint. So we wanted to keep it small because
So you're referring to personal training and other services that you're adding through the gym? Is that what you're
kind
referring
of. Where I'm going with this is the gym itself isn't going to be massively profitable, but that's kind of not where we're going. Of course, you may make it business to make profit, but what I'm saying is that we went in knowing that we wanted a smaller spot so that I can continue my video editing, which is, basically like majority of my income. It will make a lot more than, I can personal training because, you only have so many hours that you can spend with someone physically. And so with video editing, I can outsource things to different editors, or I can handle things myself and edit and charge higher rates at a quicker time and get things done faster. So with the space that we have, it has 2 offices. One I can sublease to Austin. One I can work in myself, still do my video editing while managing the gym because it is 6,000 square foot. So we can keep costs as far as employees down. We can keep costs of just buying more equipment, managing more members, all that down as well.
So are you doing a 24-hour gym? You doing a time gym? What are you doing?
No, it'll be time. So it'll be 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. on the weekdays, and it'll be 6 a.m.
And you
to
plan
9
to
p.m.
staff that yourself from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m.?
Yes, I will say it will be extreme.
Did you not listen to my Thursday Thought I just filmed?
I just heard. No, I just heard
30x, bro.
I will. I will. But yeah, I just blocked it out. But no, the thing is, I will eventually, we do plan on staffing it eventually, but at least right now, I'm typically, at my house, at the desk, editing, from 5 a.m., only taking breaks related to workout in general anyway.
That's 17 hours, just so you know.
Oh, I know it.
Like, okay.
He's 20.
But I do
Doesn't
have.
matter. Doesn't matter. That's a burnout waiting to happen.
Oh,
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Get 30x, bro. 30x. No one knows what
I'll
I'm
write it
talking
down.
about, but it'll be up on the Core Nutritionals page on Thursday.
Sneak
Instagram,
peek.
30x rule.
Yeah. But luckily, I do have help, though. So I'm not going to be like straight working 17 hours straight. I do have Austin, to help out manage the gym.
He's not going to be doing shit.
Yeah.
He's going to be
He's
sitting back
worthless.
there doing gym flow
If
stuff.
I need high quality, I'll go to Griffin. But, I have Austin. I have Maddie is opening the gym with me and owning it. And so I do have some resources to help manage the gym. And then, again, the bigger point is I can, video editing basically takes me about, with the workload, it really depends. But probably
Who are your clients?
the real estate agents across the country. So I got connected with a few agents initially that I basically handled their digital marketing content, their Facebook ads, talking about their listing videos, their closing costs. What are they? They're basically, attracting different buyers or sellers through their Facebook ads.
Do you place the Facebook ads? Are you managing
So I
that
don't.
Facebook?
So basically,
You do the content for the
I
ads.
edit them. They send me their green screen footage, their footage of the house, whatever it is, community related stuff. I edit the footage, the files they send me, send it back to them. And I've worked with up to a network of around 150 different realtors. I probably work with a consistent 40 to 50. Some, send me weekly. Some send me a batch in the beginning of the month. But I got connected with them through there's this one coach, and other people do the same thing. But it's one coach for realtors in California in the Beverly Hills area. She coaches hundreds of different members, and so she'll send them scripts, teach them how to place their ads, all these other things.
How did you get linked up with her?
So I started doing on a website called Fiverr, which just does freelance work for a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
I was on them. I got connected with 2 or 3 realtors. They liked my work, referred to the other members within the group. Next thing I know, I'm in the Facebook group, connecting with all the realtors. And I can really only handle so much at once at the time because I was still in school. So, I was realizing the network I was growing. And I was like, again, screw this classwork when I can make, 5 times as much if I just put that time and effort towards more work instead of saying, oh, I can't, I'm too busy right now. So,
Got it.
Yep.
What do you think of all that, Bird? Bird, this is right down Bird's alley. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, Motivation Monday. Let's go.
Yeah.
Motivation Monday.
Let's go.
Wait till you have a kid.
Birth control.
You can borrow my 3-year-old anytime you want. That's the best birth control right there.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Camera, 30 minutes.
That's where I started with that, and I'd literally just get up, hit restart, and pop back in and go. But now just use this.
Yeah.
And it'll film for like 3 hours straight.
You film the podcast on your phone.
Yeah,
You
I
should
shoot
see
it
the setup.
720, and I just sit it there, and it'll record for however
It's
long.
way better than that expensive camera. It's bullshit.
Samsung, baby.
All right, let's go back to the gym. Because, we're in the process of doing a gym in Statesville. It's going to be a little bit different. It's kind of along the same line. Of course, we want to make some money doing it, but it's actually we're not expecting to make anything. Like, it's just our passion, so we're going to build out 7,000 square feet in our new HQ. That's just going to be our gym. And we might do a 24-hour key tech. Have you guys thought about doing a 24-hour and just...
So I consider 24-hour because, again, that's very very ideal to a lot of people because there are, the people that come in doing those weird hours. The problem is, one, insurance costs go up. Not probably astronomically, but they do go up as far as having a 24-hour thing. You need to have that installed on your door as well for the key fobs. You got to have that. Then you got to have a little bit more focus on security and, making sure you're trusting all the members. And there's just a little bit more to it. And so I figured we'd just go the route at least of hourly now. And then eventually, we can look at that, see what the cost is, see, because right now we're figuring out exactly what gym software we'll use and see what the cost is for them to install that and the key fobs and all that. So it's something we'll look at eventually. But right now, I think it just made the most sense to just go hourly and see where things go.
So what is your, I don't want to say break even, but what is your target? How many members do you want to have? Do you want to have 200 members, 300 members, 500 members,
so we played
1,000
this
members?
numbers, and that's where I was
And
going
what are you
with.
charging per month?
Well, we haven't touched on that, but we'll break it here.
Come on.
We'll break it here, I guess. You put me on the spot. We plan on charging $40 a month. If you go month to month, no contract. And then if it's a sign up for a year, it'll be $35 a month. And we'll have a $5 discount for students, first responders, military, and all that.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
Pretty
very
reasonable.
reasonable.
We'll try to keep it reasonable. And so, like one thing you mentioned, the same deal for us. It is a passion project. It isn't something, like I said, the video editing money is enough. It's enough that I can save for the gym, so it's certainly enough to live off of pretty well. So the goal is to make the gym profitable, and to your point, all we need to really kind of break even roughly will be about 50 members and a couple freelance trainers.
All right, so let me, again, you don't have to answer any of these questions,
Yeah.
but I think this is important. What are you paying in rent for a 6,000 square foot space?
So we've got to push hard on this pretty well because it is air conditioned. It is in a pretty good area, good parking, everything. So
where
because
in
of
Richmond
COVID,
is it?
It's right outside Richmond. It's actually in Ashland, but it's not in like the countryside. It's off
North or south of Richmond? Or
north. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's only about 10, 12 minutes from Richmond because Maddie and I live, right in the kind of Willow Lawn area, right near the heart of the city, and it's about 12, 15 minutes out. So, that's the area. And because of COVID and everything, and they really wanted a tenant, we got to push aggressive on the pricing.
Yeah.
We had a great agent really kind of negotiate some things into it. So, in total, the base rent's $3,700 per month, and then plus, you have some taxes, insurance, and things like that.
Yeah.
I think they're covering water and sewage, and then so we have to cover electricity and all the other utilities. But I felt like we got a pretty dang good.
And a 6,000 square
Pretty good
feet,
rate.
so you're like $4,000 all in, so you're like $8 a square foot. Did I do that right? That math?
Yeah, it is basically.
Bro, don't ask me.
We pushed for about $4,000. I think it's about $4,075 a month. Basically.
Yeah, I mean that's a great deal for HVAC.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. All right, so why are they going to come join this gym? I know you talked about the atmosphere, but 50 members doesn't sound like a crazy energy atmosphere.
Well, that's not our goal. That's
your
our
break
minimum.
break
That's
even.
our
Okay,
break
right.
even.
Yeah. So
that's
I'm going to push
just to feel like we're not stupid about opening it. We need that. We'd like
But
that.
what is your goal? What is your goal? Do you feel like you can have 500 members in this place?
I think we could have probably up to 200 to 300 comfortably. I think if we push towards 500, which isn't it's a good problem to have because then it just means you're being very successful. You need to grow out of it. But the goal with the gym is really to build, again, a culture and a community that people are excited to be around. We plan on having, and also can touch on it, the party in the gyms, which are like the little name. Maybe we need to trademark that as well, if it's possible.
Yeah, you're gonna have
But,
some trademarks to work
I
on.
know.
after
Wait a
this.
second. If I'm doing this math right, at $40 a month, at 4,000, you need 100 members to pay rent.
That's not
Wait.
including trainers, though.
And not including trainers, which will pay a flat fee every month.
Got it.
Freelance trainers, we'll have up to 10 of those, not including Austin. Austin's also paying a sublease rate.
Charge
as well.
him like $3,500.
Yeah.
We're not cool anymore.
So he can cover the bill. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I got a question.
All right, get in there, meat.
This is for Carl. Are you doing a pre-sale?
No, because legally,
Oh, Carl's gonna shit on your business right now.
funny enough, legally you really can't sell anything until we get the contract approved with the. The funny thing is, gyms fall under Department of Agriculture. Funny enough, so like we got to file with them and get that kind of sorted out, but we got to get that approved with the
Is that a
Virginia Health
Virginia
Club.
thing
It's
or
a Hanover County thing.
No.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's nationwide. Is it nationwide? Yeah, so that's actually nationwide. But as far as like Virginia does have a Virginia Health Club Act. And so there's certain things you have to include in your contract. So the contract's made. We just got to send it, get it approved, pay for, whatever fee and stuff like that. But once we do that, then we could legally sell memberships. Otherwise, you kind of get in a little rabbit hole.
So you don't have to get into details here, but so you're buying some new equipment. You're buying a lot of hand-picked secondhand equipment, which is really the way to go in gym equipment. Like you never buy new, really. If somebody's going to open a small gym, 5,000 square foot gym, what type of budget for equipment do you recommend they have to create a pretty badass gym?
Well, it really depends. As far as like money you'll need, whether you save it all yourself or you do go, investors or loans or whatever. I would say you need at least 50 grand if you really want to build a good gym, because the machines aren't the expensive part. Well, relative. I mean, it's going to cost you a grand or two, per machine, and that you'll run into. And you can find some good deals on Facebook. I'll shout out Super Fitness, North Carolina. I know y'all have met with Steven there and got some stuff. And you can get some good deals, but really the stuff that's going to hit you hard is getting the plates. It's getting the dumbbells. It's getting a cable stack is probably the most expensive thing we've had to buy. Or at least if you're going to get like a 6, or 8 stack like we did. So
what brand stack did you get?
Precorn, I carry in, I believe. Yep. Yeah. So we got an 8 stack of that. I was going to get the 6 stack or the 5, but I was just looking at the numbers and I was like, for only basically an extra $1,500, $2,000, I can get like the full, kind of the whole Mac Daddy there basically, and just be able to have, the 2 lat pull downs, the 2 rows, and all that.
So that's like Clock Tower's stack then. Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to put
So
it in
here, this is interesting too. I'm sure you guys know this. So there's another local supplement company based out of Richmond, Phantom Nutrition, right?
Yeah. Both are sold at Short Pump Nutrition Corner.
That's right. And they are also opening a gym in Richmond. So where is their gym? And I'm assuming you know that, right? Right? Like
that they're opening a
We're
gym.
aware about the gym, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
Did I just make it awkward in here?
And
No,
we know they're opening a gym. And coincidentally, it's around the same time that we've of course been planning. So it's not like we saw that and we're like, let's open a gym now. Next week we've been planning this. Obviously, I didn't just pull tens of thousands out of my ass just out of nowhere.
How smoothly this came together.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like 1 month.
But I don't know their situation. I haven't really talked to them about that. But I know like ours is a little bit more kind of ready to go, I guess, because we've been planning that. So, and I think, who they're catering to, I think they're catering towards a larger audience. They're trying to be more like the shop, so a larger building, a larger vibe. I think they're more, not that, again, it sounds stupid to say we aren't for profit, but we're not stressed and strapped for profit because of our resources and how I, make my income. It's not super pressed for that. So I think their situation is very different. Who they're catering to is different. Our connection with Gym Flow and kind of the events we plan to put on is a little bit different.
It sounds kind of like, so VB Iron. Have you guys ever trained at VB Iron?
I haven't been there. I tried. They were closed.
VB Iron is a pretty cool gym. It's kind of, even House of Champions. If you haven't trained in,
they're very private. It's like a club. Like
House of Champions. They might.
I love the House of Champions.
I think
Virginia Beach?
both of them are Virginia Beach. We usually train at House of Champions, but both of them I really feel like have like under 200 members, and they all have other gigs, but they're great gyms, and that's why I think this could turn out really cool for you guys because it is a passion project. They have other things, so they're not strapped. They're not trying to, cheapen it up so that they can make money through the gym. Mm-hmm. It's not like their only thing going on. So. And they're 2 of the coolest gyms that I've been to.
I take that back. Virginia Beach Iron, that's like a really dark, dim lit, right?
Yeah.
That place was sick. We trained at the Nut Bash down there.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and House of Champions is probably 15 minutes from there. It's like a garage type gym.
What we trained after the Nut Bash?
No, that was
I think
the Iron Asylum.
It was after an event though.
Okay, well, yeah, no, I treated 2 different gyms that weekend.
So the Virginia Beach is crazy with all the cool gyms they got. Like there's a Flex gym, which is more like a bodybuilding gym. That's up towards Virginia Beach Nutrition
I've never
Corner.
trained there.
I've trained there a couple times. There's VB Iron, which is awesome. He's spent a lot of money, Kenny, on the like really cool pieces, kind of like DMV Iron. Yeah, I would say
he's like
say DMV Iron and Virginia Beach Iron. Those guys are like the equipment kings, right? Like they have handpicked all that stuff, and it's pretty awesome. There's Iron Asylum that has a couple gyms, which is a really cool gym. So like, there's some badass gyms in Virginia Beach. Yeah. So, anyways,
and Richmond doesn't seem to have. This is the reason why you're doing this, right? It's like Gold's Gym kind of runs the show, and so does I guess.
There used to be a gym like that, and y'all might have visited a while back, but Wolfgang's was around for like 20 to 30 years.
I've been there before.
They ran out of their passion, or something happened to where the owner just let it go to the wayside.
That was in Midlothian.
Yeah, it was, and plus the hike. You had to go through either tolls or take a really long way to get there if you're on any other side of Richmond.
So as you 50 is where it's going to be comfortable, but obviously you want to have 200 to 300 members. Where is where are you trying to pull from? You know, where's the promotion to get this community, this culture that you're trying to create and build? Richmond's a big place. So if you're in the North End, right, like our students going to come here? Is the VCU crowd going to come here?
We really kind of want to nail down, I'm thinking 3 spots really in my mind, because we are uniquely, we were looking over in the Richmond, area, but then also we ended up kind of looking over towards the airport Laburnum side. I'm honestly glad we got turned down over there. And those places just didn't work out because we ended up in a great spot, like I said, over just on the brink of like Ashland, which allows us to be basically like 15 minutes from Short Pump area, or like, the nutrition corner over there. So we got, that's where I grew up in that area. So I can pull from that area, which again only has an AmFam, a YMCA, things like that, and good connections with those people in those communities. And also 5 minutes from the gym that, what Iron Built Gym will be, I worked at that AmFam for 3 years. And so I know, a ton of people in that area that are already, asking questions, excited to, show up and join and things like that. So I know a lot of the people there. There's multiple high schools around that area that we can connect into. And then, of course, where we live, Richmond, again, we're probably not going to get those people that are far on the east side. That might be a 20, 25-minute drive, because sometimes it's hard to convince people to make that drive for a gym every day. There and back, it's almost an hour. However, the people, that are in the Scotts Addition, Willow Lawn area, a little bit more west side, it's, again, only like a 10, 12, 15-minute drive at the most, kind of where that's at. So it's a really good, honestly, central location to hit a lot of different markets that are stuck with a Gold, stuck with an AmFam, a Crunch, things like that really just don't have that kind of hardcore or disciplined environment. They just kind of have those simple
express gyms. Like go in, get it done, get out type.
Yeah, full of treadmills and not much weight.
Right. Okay.
Let her rip, meat.
Let her rip.
That's all I got. That's all I got. I was just, I'm interested in the business.
All right, let's get into some dumb questions. I got some good Meat Brigade. Meat Brigade. Shout out Meat Brigade. Woo. Meat. Yeah, Bird, shut up. Can't say anything anyway. All right, you're supposed to send me a link on some more mics, and you get
mics are sold out.
The Rhodes.
Yeah, y'all sound good on these. I got some cheap
like
those
that?
right over there.
Yeah, like that?
Yeah.
Like that?
I might
The Gym Flow setup's a little low-key.
start up the OnlyFans. I might pay for it. Start talking sweet to me.
Yeah, like that. We always
Damn, it's getting a little heated in here. It is hot, right? It gets hot.
Yeah.
A lot of meat over here. A lot of meat.
All right, so let's go. All right, so we're still on the gym thing. So absolute favorite gym to train at besides yours, and your favorite machine to use, loaded question. Or was there a gym that motivated a particular spot that was like motivation, like, you know what, this gym is amazing. I want to do one of my own one day.
I guess it's all on me.
Well, it's on anybody who wants to
What was the
answer.
first question? What favorite gym you've been training at?
Favorite gym ever? Besides yours, you can't, obviously.
Well,
yours isn't ready, like, so.
I'm going to Gold's Gym, Vegas, where Jay Cutler used to train.
Of course.
Do you remember that one? That they closed it.
Well,
they closed it down.
remember.
They closed it down. I think it was on Flamingo.
Well, the LVAC.
That's a cool gym too. But there's a Gold's in Vegas that they closed down. It's like where Jay was training for the Olympia, and it was awesome. They had like 5 different hack squats, like all different angles. It was just like,
the videos. Those are cool.
yeah.
I'd probably say for 2 of those questions, for gym that kind of inspired a little bit, and then also favorite gym I've trained as probably the Shop. What they're building, and now I know they're going towards Ashburn. They're really kind
Down
of
the street. Well,
yeah,
no.
down the street from here, but yeah,
on the street.
Not too
Well,
far.
it's a little more down the street.
10 minutes.
They were looking at a spot like right
Next door.
next door, but
Yeah.
that didn't work out.
But they're killing it, with what they're doing, and it's crazy to see kind of how quickly they've done it, because they've only been running, I think, about like 2 years or something like that. So that's definitely a phenomenal gym, and I think hopefully what we can do is obviously have our own kind of style and twist, and also I think having a small location, we can be a little bit more selective with. We're not going to carry everything in the world and cater to everybody like they do and host powerlifting competitions and all that. But I think we can nail down and maximize, the machines that we do have, make sure all the money is going towards, the highest quality stuff that we can get, putting money in the right places basically, instead of trying to, diversify, and get as much different machines, get 3 different curl machines, because my thing too, I used to always joke with Austin about this, is you go into a Gold's or even the Shop, wherever, and you walk by 10 different machines just to go to the same chest press that you always love using. You might mix it up with 1 or 2 or 3, but it's usually, you go to some gym, they'll have 3 different leg presses, but you have the one.
Have you ever been to DMV Iron?
No.
So Leo's crazy. It's awesome. I love it. So he is probably the most passionate person I've ever seen about gym equipment. So he'll buy and flip equipment, and he doesn't have that much space. So they have 4,000 or 5,000. They extended a 4,000 or 5,000 for just the leg room, and now I think hopefully they're going to be taking some more space. But he'll hand pick. So it isn't like the shop where there's 10 different pull downs, right? He will find the one that is just like butter.
Yeah, that sounds like what we're trying to do.
And he'll drive, literally he'll get in his Raptor and drive to Florida, pick something up and drive back just to get this one piece that he has to have. And he has every one of the vintage leg machines that you just have to have in a gym. He's got every one. There's not and that's why I think probably DMV Iron above all other gyms has the best equipment all around, because every piece has been handpicked. So if he bought a ton of Arsenal stuff, spent a ton of money on it, didn't like it, so he's sold it all. Lost probably a ton of money on it, but it just wasn't the equipment that he wanted for his gym. So you guys should definitely go check out that gym.
I was gonna say, I've seen one guy that I met at the shop. Funny enough, he always trains there, and I'd love to go and check it out because I know it's still in the Northern Virginia area, so it's not like it's a major hike. But I would like to check that out.
It's 30 minutes from here, probably.
Yeah.
Or east
Coast.
Alexandria.
Yep.
Okay. All right. If you were physically one piece of gym equipment, which one would you be?
If
you were physically
inner thigh machine,
inner thigh,
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crushing balls left and right.
Yeah, birth control. Smash them nuts.
Smashed. Oh, I don't know.
I feel like I'd be the neck harness cable attachment.
Yeah, I bet you work that neck.
Oh, jeez. Ouch.
Physically one piece of gym equipment.
I'm going pec deck. I like to be on the fly.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to think of a thick piece,
Some thick.
like a thick bottom, just heavy piece of machine.
You know those? You ever see those curl things that have 2 big balls on the end attached by this thick rod in the middle? You ever see those?
Okay.
Like attachment?
It's an
an attachment with 2 big ball sacks on the end.
Yeah, it's for forearms.
Yeah, well, it's curls, right?
Curls, yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what I am?
I don't know.
Why are you staring at me like that? Why are you staring at me like that?
Big thick bone with 2 big balls on the end.
Thick rod with 2 big balls on the end? Okay, hey.
That's the meat.
Meat brigade.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
weird.
let's move on.
Favorite all-time TV show? TV show.
You'd have to break it into categories.
I'm thinking
You can't answer. You're not good at yes or no questions.
Meat's gonna go Full House.
Nah. Saved by the Bell.
Say about that. Okay.
Yeah. Waking up every morning,
Or
mom cooking
there
breakfast.
was one when I was in a rehab center, not for drugs, for
Yeah, what are we? Bro, you making stuff out of bathtubs? What are we doing?
No, but after a wreck that I had nothing to do but watch TV, and I fell in love, and I watched it when I was younger too, but fell in love with Married with Children.
Okay, I've
Al
heard.
Bundy.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
There's always some good.
Now, are we talking can we do TV like the long TV show like Walking Dead or
Bro, this
anything.
guy, all he did was just say, hey, what's your favorite TV show? He didn't say categories. He didn't say this, that. He said yes or no.
What's that? The Money Heist? That's more like a Netflix. Yeah, I mean that's a TV show.
Yeah,
but does that count? That's a good show.
It's a good show, but you can't.
Now my brain's opening up.
Breaking Bad.
I was saying Breaking Bad, Prison Break.
That fell off though.
Yeah.
American Horror
It just
Story.
gets stupid after a while.
Certain shows like Lost might have been there, but it fell off, right? You need to last at least 5 seasons to be a good show,
Really?
Or just cut it off at 2 because you did your job, right? You captivated the
I don't
audience.
know. Breaking Bad. I thought it's got to be up there for me.
Shit, it could be SportsCenter. Hey, that's a good show.
I guess it could be.
Seasons.
All right, next question.
All right, next question. Best movie you've ever seen in theaters?
I remember when Jurassic Park first came out, and that was one of the first.
Lion King?
Lion
3D?
King? The new one. No. Like the original, the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon? Shoot, I don't remember that.
Avatar.
Dude, I saw that multiple times in
twice.
theaters. Yeah, I saw that
Twice.
multiple times.
So I remember seeing Jurassic Park. I was at one of the few movies I went to see twice because it was just when they came out with that new technology. I don't know what it was, the sound or something. This is 40 freaking years ago.
Dolby surround.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
It was big time. It was
checks.
I feel like I was 12. So it was 28 years ago. Yeah, that was a long time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
I'll say Terminator 3.
Good.
It's the first R movie I ever saw, and it was it was an experience.
Terminator 2. I gotta go Terminator 2 with the liquid.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I was thinking.
I was still like 8 years old or something like that.
Adrenochrome. Yeah, with the adrenochrome.
That's it. He was on it.
That's a tough one.
You know what? It gets on my nerves.
What, me?
People in here, they just say keep killing it. I don't like.
Keep crushing it.
Right.
They don't even.
They don't even know. Get out of here with your alpha
5%.
Alphabolics official. Get out of here, spamming my stuff.
Avatar was the second most watched movie in the theaters.
Wow.
Behind-
What's number one? Who?
Gone with the Wind.
No, it was,
Gone with the Wind.
All right.
All the Transformers was good. All the Harry Potters. I was late night, midnight showing on that Thursday night. Harry Potter, what up?
So somebody asked a question about like how much have we spent on all our equipment. I'm not comfortable answering that because we're actually turning it into a side business of flipping equipment. So like it doesn't make sense. We've gotten some stuff on fire sales like pennies on the dollar. So like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna answer that question, but I thought it was a good question to throw out there because there's a lot of people that ask. So I just felt like saying that so people don't ask again.
Okay.
There you go.
Are we gonna move on?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Okay. You good?
I'm good.
I just want to make this awkward.
You didn't have to make it awkward.
I just want it.
I was just kind of trying to
I
answer.
like making it awkward.
Answer the people.
Who would be kicked out of the military first, including Bobby Bandito?
Somebody asked if meat has WAP.
Yes.
oh, yeah. yeah.
Major.
What's WAP?
Oh,
Bro, last week.
Huh?
Last week. Were you not on the episode that
Oh,
we filmed?
WAP.
WAP. WAP. WAP. WAP.
that sounds even worse.
Flap.
WAP.
It's whack.
WAP. WAP.
Did y'all play it?
Dude, I didn't.
We were watching. We were watching it before
Here's
the episode.
My from the heart.
All right.
Not double standard. Like I heard a song. It was a random song that I think one of these, warehouse guys were playing, and
One of these.
the WAP. What was that derogatory?
Oh.
Was that
One of these guys.
These
What,
weird-
Yeah,
what
one
the
of,
guy was?
one of these 20-year-old. Sorry, like stuff,
Freaking racist.
stuff I don't listen to. But like, it was just a random song. It was a male rap song, and I don't know, man. Like the WAP song didn't seem like it was. I mean, it was pretty bad, but like, there's some effed up like
I don't
standard
listen to
songs.
anything modern. I'm like a 80s and 90s.
You're like
kinda
30
guy.
years old.
I
and-
know, but the problem is, I'm an oldie at heart with music.
But what I'm saying is, I just feel like there's a double standard because it's coming out of females' mouths.
Yeah.
Then I mean, it's a bad song, but I think there's.
If you're able to kill
There's
it,
some bad
if you're
stuff.
able to crush it with it, whatever, then if you're able to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hating on them, man. They made a hit, made millions, but you want to say something so bad.
I don't, man. Yeah, a bit of a double standard. There's a lot of sucking D and
But
all that stuff
will-
on the,
will Cardi
like,
B-
like the
Right.
yeah, right.
Once
Bird?
she has kids, if you were to have kids and have that, and you made that song, and then 20 years later, your kid's like, "Hey, you made that?" I guess
She's
I
like,
did.
hell yeah, I made that.
But that whole song,
It's a little too late for the
I'm
other
WAP
songs.
all day. Let's,
that song is very, very aggressive. Is that the right word? Like very
It's very vulgar.
vulgar, would be
Yeah.
good, right? It's very like there's songs where there's male rappers talking.
Haven't you
about,
heard the Sandoz song?
but
I mean, that's aggressive,
People
man.
have been doing songs like this for forever. Like Two Live Crew back in like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
early 90s.
Eazy-E.
Was like, they were really almost the same style, but not as, I guess.
but the whole song was like that. They dropped some of the, you know what I'm saying? They dropped some of that in there, but like it's not like the whole song is about it.
Did y'all hear the Ben Shapiro remix when
I would
did you
love
hear
to
what
hear
he
that.
what he said when he was like explaining it?
I gotta watch
he like
this.
diagnosed this. He took their lyrics, and one, he read it, which was stupid because then they make a remix out of it. And then two, he went through and he's like, my wife's a doctor and she diagnosed this, and he was like diagnosing it as if it was a condition. But the remix hits better than the song. I feel like it does.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty bad. Like, I mean, it's a bad message to children. Yeah.
I don't know. All of modern rap music.
I
to me
don't
is
disagree.
A bad message.
I don't disagree.
right?
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I don't know.
My favorite though is that Sleepy Joe had to get up in there and do an interview with Cardi B and talk about like, yo, I'm Joey B.
I'm Joey B.
I'm Joey B.
Yeah, he said that.
That's awesome.
And I got a
He was
whap.
like, they used to call me Joey B, so I feel like we're related or something.
And she's like, Biden? She's like, Biden? And he's like,
Call me Joe.
he's like, call me Joe.
Call me Joey B.
He's like, no, he said, the name is Joe. And I'm like, it was just so stupid. Like the whole interview. And
He
then
hasn't done any interviews all year.
she was
but he did
asking
with Cardi
questions.
B.
She was asking questions about, college education.
It's free.
So this is it. Yeah, I'm going back to this. Now we're getting into wormhole. Free college education for everyone. You get a college education. You get a college education.
Everything's
Everything's free.
Hey, we're the land of the free, huh?
Don't get me started.
All right, couple more. All right, we like sandwiches.
Yeah, I like
You guys are in the land of sandwiches with Wawas everywhere.
Yep.
You got Wawa's. Do you have any sheets?
Hoagie Fest.
Sheets?
Yeah,
Well, we got a Sheets down walking distance from the gym.
Yep.
You need to
So
get
it's
a
a
Wawa.
good stop by. Yeah. You need to get some America Energies in the Sheets.
Oh, bro.
We were down that route pretty. Yeah,
We're pretty deep in that route.
we were down. We were deep in the sheets route. Holy sheets, we were in there.
But then the problem was that a broker was somewhat pitching it for us, and then I think
couldn't
it
tell the
kept getting political, and they couldn't come up with a story behind.
They loved it.
Like
the executives loved it. Like they had product on their boardroom, and they were gonna. Yeah, but never happened.
Well,
We're gonna try again. So we're gonna rebrand America Energy slightly.
As long as we have it
for
in
next year.
Iron Built, we'll be set.
We're gonna rebrand it slightly for 2021, and so then after that, it's on like Donkey Kong.
well, shit, you got some room in that truck. Let's load you up.
That's what I'm saying.
Make a deal. Let's go. All right, so we're big on sandwiches here. So my boy Sammy P here is a hot dog / hamburger a sandwich.
I don't think so.
like either or?
So is a
You can-
hot dog a sandwich?
Is that in the sandwich group?
No.
I would say no because the two pieces of bread are attached, but a hamburger would be.
Okay, I see where you're going. Well, how about a pita pocket?
So it
Is that a
depends on your
sandwich?
definition of a sandwich.
To me,
I wouldn't
yes.
say it is because it's all one piece of bread. Like
So I think
So is that
wouldn't-
the definition?
You wouldn't call
can we get a
toast.
definition?
You wouldn't
let's
call
do
toast
this.
a sandwich. It's just one piece of bread. If it's all connected.
Definition of
It is deep.
I thought this through. It's just like the is water
Wait
wet
for the
episode or like question, you know?
Yeah.
well,
Water's
apparently
not wet
some people
when it-
say that a definition of a
Yeah.
sandwich is meat in between bread.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
Well, wait a second. So
Hold on.
like a hoagie roll.
Yeah.
A hoagie roll's attached, bro.
All right, I think you got me now.
All right, here we go. I got it though. Dictionary.com. A sandwich is a noun, an item of food consisting of.
Thanks, meat.
Going to school over here.
Hold on.
That's the fart, bro.
Oh yeah, get the meat in.
It can be a verb though. An item of food consisting of two pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling between them, eaten as a light meal. Shit.
Not a meaty sandwich.
The verb.
There's a verb for sandwich.
Whoa, hold on. I
Oh,
don't know
you're
if
gonna
I can-
sandwich something. Okay, yeah.
Insert or squeeze someone or something
I feel like we need to
between
take a
two
break.
other people or things, typically
Let's take
in
a break for a
restricted
sandwich.
space, or so as to be uncomfortable.
right, just cut
That's
meat
a
off.
weird
All
definition.
right, we'll take a break.
No,
Well, you'll be a part of the study. I'm part of the study. I'm trying to become a little bit smarter, so I'm taking an IQ test. And,
Trying to become
take
a little.
the IQ test that Trump puts out.
What's that?
Oh shoot! Put me on the spot on it. You haven't seen the interview where he's like,
Well,
you put yourself on the spot, bro.
I know, I
spot.
did. But
this
he
man
was
pick
doing
it
an
up.
interview and he's like, it's simple. You just give Joe this test. And he was like talking about, he's like TV, woman, cartoon, camera. And then he's like, and then you go through it, ask him a couple minutes later, TV, apartment, camera. And he'll like repeat it. Well, he'll have it right. But point is he goes through this and he just repeats the same 5 words and he's like, see, I have no problem with this. But Joe, he'd be done.
Oh, man,
man.
that's good.
I ran into Trump the other day at the golf course.
You ran into him at the golf course?
Yeah.
You playing golf?
No, I had
a wedding?
Yeah. What'd you say? What's up?
No, I just
Press?
I got there and it was just like Secret Service and it was just like on the golf course and just playing.
Didn't you weren't you doing some filming for America Labs in DC, and there was like a Trump lookalike, like fake Trump out there?
Damn.
That was great.
That was
Yeah.
for America's Got Talent.
Yeah, that
What,
was
they
good.
came through here? Damn.
Why you got a talent we don't know about?
Yeah, I wanna
Where
see
is
it.
that golf course?
10 minutes from
I get paid for
In
that one.
Sterling?
It's a Trump. It's a Trump
It's
course.
Trump National
yeah.
in Leesburg.
Kinda like
I just didn't know what town it was in. All right,
It's weird sitting down. I don't know if I'm digging sitting down. I think in the new place when we build out the podcast, we need to do couches, lounge, a little more like.
Yeah, and I'm thinking if we do,
because I feel like I want to like stand up and stretch. And just
if we do guests, maybe we have like this tall like appetizer, little circle we call it.
Cocktail table.
Cocktail tables. Hey, yeah.
Hey.
Fine.
I thought you were talking about the circle of death from China.
No,
where we can just rotate, put snacks on there, and rotate.
Table that comes around.
Yeah, the lazy Susan.
No, thanks.
Where like the frog legs come around and the fried butthole and everything else, the cow poozy. Maybe some people would get that.
I was zoning out trying to find the next question. I just heard cow boozy.
I think if you slow that down, I hear it.
Have you guys heard this story?
No.
It's one of my favorite stories of all time.
Have we told it on the podcast?
Oh, we've told it on the podcast. It's probably episode like 25.
Okay.
When we were in China.
Yeah.
And they were talking about eating monkey brains.
Yeah.
Where they put the live monkey on like a bowl in the middle and they cut off his head and they pour hot oil over the monkey. So the monkey screams and then they eat the brain.
It's a very like old traditional.
But they still
do it like in the woods, like like.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, that's gross. So that was with our translator, like our main like handler that was there, and then there was another guy who was like his buddy, educated in the U.S. but didn't speak much English and just was very quiet. And so I was like, well, what's the weirdest thing you guys have eaten over here? And out of nowhere, the kid goes, one time I ate cow pussy. I said, what?
Yo, was the cow alive or dead?
So he's like, I got a picture. So I was like, what? Let me see it. It's like a big slab of roast beef. It was nasty. Oh,
yeah. Old Chinatown.
Yeah.
And we were trying to clean up this podcast, but it's just
we're too far gone.
Yeah,
we're too far gone. Yeah.
All right, so I got two serious questions. Okay. I did ask a question. We kind of got around. We skipped it though. Who would be kicked out of the military first, including Bobby Bandito? I don't understand it either. Yeah. So this is a guy. He's one of our ambassadors. He's in the military. Most Dope Mercer.
Who would be kicked out between like you and I?
I don't know.
I guess
all of us. Who would be kicked out of the military first? What do you get kicked out of the military for?
Why would we be kicked out of the military? I don't think any of us would.
Never do anything unpatriotic.
Do what? I don't know.
Yeah. I got flat feet. I think that's
I don't know.
I'm right-handed, but left eye.
His cocaine addiction.
I'm right-handed, but left eye dominant.
Not addiction.
So that would
addiction.
That would suck.
That one time when you ate cow pussy.
Oh man, yeah.
All right, let's do two serious questions.
All right, well, we're waiting for it. That was
number one piece of advice someone starting their own business that you wish you had told someone, or someone told you. Number one piece of advice.
That was Brock writing into your question.
No,
and I've got like. I wanted to chime in on it back when you were asking about equipment for him, and this goes for Gym Flow or pretty much anything you want to do. Whatever you budget for, pretty much double it. Dead serious. Like when I've done things, it's like, oh, it's only gonna be $400. When it comes around to it, it's $600, $800, and you go, oh shit. And then you're scrounging around trying to piece things together. So
you can't do anything. You can't get anybody to do anything for less than like $800. That's usually like if you have somebody who is gonna come out and do something for you, it's gonna be $800 or more. That's the rule. $800 rule.
Like serious about that? Like,
I'm totally serious. I'm totally serious.
I didn't know if I just said a number. I was like, oh man.
No. Like I really feel that like if you have anybody who's going to come out and buff your floors and your house,
we're going through that right now.
Or
anything worthwhile construction wise or contract
$800 minimum.
Yeah,
minimum. I mean that's
usually multiple.
Yeah. So we're going through the process of building out so our building is a complete piece of shit. I mean it is a dump, right? So basically, we were rebuilding an entire new building, right? So we have that process, and then at the same time, we're considering. My family is considered building a house, and so like the construction costs these days are ridiculous. Like it's why it makes sense to find something and redo it as opposed to start from ground up. But yeah, you can't get anybody to do anything which makes sense. Time is money, and like people need to make a living and stuff. But like everything's expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I digress. So what was the question, Meat?
Well, number one piece of advice for someone starting their own business. You said
prepare to spend $800.
Yeah. Double whatever you thought.
Double whatever you think your budget
double your
is.
budget.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good advice.
Yeah, mine would just be plan ahead and then plan for all the worst outcomes, and then kind of run it back a few times and just see how make sure everything is just foolproof, basically. And make sure it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think no matter how good things are in the beginning or in a certain situation, you always have to prepare for the worst. So like one of the biggest learning experiences we went through, we opened a gym in 2009. Well, not a gym. It was a personal training studio in the heart of Clarendon, which is like a really hot spot in Arlington. And we had everything. Like we were clicking with our business. It was my wife and I and a business partner. We were 50-50. And it was just like everything was good. And, you know, like we didn't put an exit clause in our operating agreement. We're going to crush this. You know, you're so hyped. You're gung-ho about it. You don't prepare for all that shit, your exit strategy. And then sure enough, as soon as the money became real, he became a total different person. Fast forward like 10 years, he just got caught for selling, trying to sell $50,000 worth of coke to an undercover agent on school property. So he's in jail right now. So I think we made the right decision on getting out of that one. But
take your business partner serious.
Yeah. So I mean, like
partnerships.
Well, after that, I made the vow to myself that I'm never going to go into business with anybody ever again, and I didn't for a very long time, and not until arms race when we went into business with Julian and Kenton. Basically, that was the first partnership going forward because partnerships are hard. Do you guys have an exit strategy?
Yes. Well, you know, and that's one thing I'll say is, you know, a lot of people, you know, always will say, oh, you know, I got a couple friends, we want to open up a gym or something. And I think going into business with your friends is usually the worst idea that you can do. But I will say what you need to do is whoever you are going into business with is look at them and see if they're driven and passionate before, you know, you start idolizing what could be. You know, because if they're a passionate, driven person, you know, if they aren't, once you kind of have success, you're just going to exacerbate any issues that you have, egotistical issues, whatever it is. But if they're passionate and driven in general, like I know he is, you know, I think over the past year we've gotten to see how we work together, how things, you know, operate, and so that it should be a smooth transition and ideally will be moving forward.
I think the biggest thing, in addition to making sure you have an exit strategy in your operating agreement, make sure that you actually have a roles and responsibilities and time commitments. And if somebody is actually playing a role that could potentially be a paid role for staff, that they are built in a salary for that role as opposed to just equity owners. So this is something that I've given advice to multiple people before. Remember the other people that were opening up a supplement company and stuff like that?
Supplement store.
Yeah, a supplement store. And you got to realize that. So like if you have a partner and you're 50-50s with that partner, but you're going to be manning the front desk from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., you should not only have your equity portion where you guys pay yourself distributions, you should have a salary for working in that position. Just like that other person, if they're going to cover the marketing side of something, they should have a salary for that. Or you agree, this you're going to do, this is part of your responsibility for your 50% ownership, and this is part of your responsibility for the 50% ownership. If you don't have that locked down, I will guarantee you that becomes an issue down the line, regardless of who your business partner is, even if it's your girlfriend.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can definitely see that you end up getting bitter, or
exactly
you're doing too much, or they're doing too little, or vice versa. And
yeah, so we had this. There was somebody who was opening up a supplement store, and so the one person had 1 or 2 stores at the time, and they were bringing in somebody else to open another store, so expand their company, and to open a third location, I think, or maybe a second location, and they were going to be 50-50 partners, right? But that guy coming in was going to be a 50-50 partner, but he was going to be the manager of that store, right? Yeah. So he was going to be working that store. And I said, and they didn't even think about this beforehand. I was like, you do have a salary for him, right? To be your manager to run the store, right? So, because he has to live. How the heck is he going to live without having a salary? You know, so like you're going to be working the store, and if you think you just 50% of the income is going to go to you and 50% of the other guy who's not going to be running the store, but because it's his brand, you know, his store brand, you know, is going to get 50% of it, that was going to create a huge problem. So I don't know if they ever figured that out. I'm hoping they...
Well, COVID's put the brakes on a lot of the expansion.
But it did move forward eventually. Didn't they open eventually?
No.
They haven't?
No.
Oh, well, good.
They haven't found the right spot. Maybe they were trying to force a spot
still trying
that they didn't fully agree on. Yeah. But I think they're still working towards that. But right now, it's just like pump the brakes.
So make sure the roles and responsibilities are built in, and if they're lopsided, somebody needs to be compensated from the business, not as a partner, but as an employee.
Yeah.
So that's important.
Totally see it.
Meat?
One more question.
No, did you have any advice?
Oh, what was the question?
Are you just
I mean, dude, you went on a spiel for like 30 minutes.
Meat has nothing. He's just
I'm trying to think of the next step forward. That's
He's
what
just
keeps this company going, Doug. Is Meat trying to think of the next step forward.
good Lord. We're in trouble. All right.
Last question. We talked about fears, so I guess we talked about fears one day. So what makes you nervous? Short-term business related specific. So what makes you nervous in the short-term business related? What makes you nervous?
My only, I guess, nerve is or fear would be just making sure we get all the paperwork in line for selling retail products, having everything as far as especially with like the COVID outlines and health codes that we have to follow with opening up a gym right now. I guess my fear is there being more restrictions due to Northam or exactly what we have to have with the gym and everything like that. So that'd be my fear.
So all of that is just, and I remember when I was first opening businesses, that was always a big like, oh my gosh, there's all this paperwork and all this stuff. But then like there isn't anything to it but to do it.
Yeah,
it's nothing. It's just a formality. If you don't know how to do it, just ask somebody. They'll tell you how to do it. You just ask enough questions and you'll figure out how to do it. So
that's what we realized.
I don't think that's a. It is a scary thing for people opening a new business because they're like, oh man, what a licensed LLC? What is all that? But like all the stuff you can do literally from like an EIN number, like you can do it in like 10 minutes on your computer.
That's kind of how we started. We just did it, and then down the road we're like, oh, we shouldn't be doing it like this. We learned, along the way. Oh, this is how you do it.
Bathtub. Enter bathtubs.
X, no.
Yes.
Go and move on. So, you just do it and learn as you go. Literally, that's how we've done it since now.
Biggest. I don't think I have a fear. You know what fear? You know what fear stands for? Isn't that what we were talking about? Fears.
Well, we talked about
you asked
fears.
the question again. Me?
What makes you nervous?
Nervous?
Short-term business.
False evidence appearing real. Fear.
For yourself?
No, that's what fear stands for. False evidence appearing real.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Straight through the brain.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Give me another bear.
Can we get another round?
Give me another
He gets a meat slap for that. Man, what makes me nervous? Should I be nervous? I feel like I need to be nervous.
I don't know.
I feel like now. I think you're making me nervous. I feel like, you know what? I'm nervous. I'm not really nervous.
Me too. I feel like I'm maybe missing out. I always just say I'm just too dumb. Like I'm oblivious to like being nervous.
Bro, you'd be a part of the meat brigade any day. I would say, for me, like I still get nervous, like just working sales. Like am I going to make this sale? Am I going to not make the sale? Like that makes me nervous, like just the unknown, I guess, a business situation that I'm about to go in, because I put a lot of pressure on myself, so I don't want to fail, so those things make me nervous, but it's a good nervous. New York City definitely makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I don't like New York City.
Yeah, China.
Love you though, Steve.
Maybe we can get him on the podcast next time.
Oh, dude, he'd be a great guest.
Have a call-in guest with Steve. We can rant
He called
about
in last time. Hello from New York City.
All right, I mean, is that it? Should we pose for a screenshot?
That's it. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Little circle jerk.
A circle jerk.
What? Well, kind of like a semicircle.
Well, that got aggressive. You and the WAP.
Well, we're in a tight frame. There's not a lot of moving we could do.
Yeah.
I'd say you smile for the camera. Like that.
You want that? Bert.
3, 2, 1. Easy.
Done.
That's it. Till next time.
Keep crushing it.
Out. Squat.